2, 1.
Eric Bailey, Mason Young here from the campus of Auburn University, where Oklahoma wins a thrilling 27-21 game, first road game in the Southeastern Conference. Hello, everybody, TulsaWorld.com. Mason, what a game. Pulled a victory out of what looked surely to be a loss tonight.
Right, they were down 27-10 in the fourth quarter, and Auburn scores a touchdown, you think it's over. Well, Michael Hawkins Jr. has an answer. He throws a 60-yard bomb to J.J. Hester. They go and score a couple plays later. And then the pick six by Kip Lewis to put Oklahoma in the lead, finished by a Michael Hawkins Jr. two-point run where he soars over the defense. And then a Zach Smith field goal, tacking 3 on at the end, and OU comes out with the victory. Like you said, one of the more improbable games that we've seen, and Brent Venables and all the players, said it as it was after the game. It was Sooner Magic on display.
Absolutely, Sooner Magic. It was funny how they did announce that it was Sooner Magic. Kip Lewis said he's never had an interception in high school, never had one in college. They said he was running out of breath as he's running right in front of that Auburn sideline, down the sideline. Auburn's just trying to run the clock out. They had a 21-16 lead, 4 minutes to go in the game, just trying to get first downs. 3rd and 2 on the OU side of the field, throws the ball, zone blitz. Kip Lewis goes back into coverage, stepped in front of the ball, made one of the biggest plays in OU history. Barry Trammell wrote about it. It's going to be one of those plays that's going to be in Sooner lore. It's going to be something that's going to be really big that OU fans are going to talk about. Will it change the trajectory of the season? I don't know. We'll see. But again, it's the Oklahoma defense that comes through with a big play in this short season, 5 games of the season. We've seen where the OU defense is making these kind of plays on a day when they were giving up a lot of explosive plays.
Right. They got punched for a couple big touchdown passes by Auburn. Their quarterbacks got kind of exposed a little bit. But as you said, they were there when they needed to be at the end. And the offense took a step forward, with Hawkins under center, electrifying the crowd with that 48-yard touchdown run to start the game. 3 plays into the game, you got a 7-0 lead, and you're thinking, wow, we really got something here. And it was still kind of tough sledding for them as the offense. They finally had the group of starters on the offensive line that they expected to have at the beginning of the year. But they were down, their top 5 receivers. You're missing a lot of playmakers for Hawkins to potentially throw to. Still couldn't really get much of the true run game going. But, he just continued to hang in there. And it felt like when he hit that 60-yard pass to Hester, who's another guy that, has had trouble in the past getting on the field with injuries and stuff, someone they really needed to step up. Once he hit that play, it kind of felt like everything changed. And hopefully, a lot of positives that this OU offense can take moving forward and see if they can finish and do better in the second half of the season.
And I think that's what you need going into a bye week, going into Texas week, the week after that. You need some sort of confidence, something you can really build some kind of foundation on, because it's not going to get any easier with Texas looming large. Texas, of course, has an off week just like Oklahoma. They're going to be building on something to go into the Oklahoma game. And this offense still has a lot of work to do. I mean, there were some silly penalties. Oklahoma had a touchdown negated because of a silly illegal shift on Bauer Sharp. It really negated a perfect play call, which took points off the board. Oklahoma had to settle for a field goal, which would have tied the game. Now, what can't be lost is the defense did have another great 4th down stop on the goal line early in the game. They're making some good plays. But when you play a Texas team, you can't make mistakes on offense. You got to take advantage of some defensive takeaways, and that's Oklahoma only had the one. You've got to have to continue to make plays, take advantage of those plays when the defense does give you the ball. So I'm looking forward to an off week. Mason, what do you think? What's going to be important during this off week for Oklahoma football?
Yeah, I think just getting healthy, right? We talked about it, but they were without a lot of key pieces. Deion Burks, Nick Anderson, Taylor Tatum, all skill players that weren't healthy enough to play in this game, guys that they're potentially hoping to have back, sooner rather than later. But that's got to be the number one thing. It's just play it safe in practice and don't get anybody else hurt again, and give those guys a chance to get back, because it's going to be, a dogfight going into the Cotton Bowl and going up against potentially the number 1 ranked team in the nation. And I guess the flip side, the good side is I feel a lot better about Oklahoma going into that game because of what we've seen today.
Oklahoma beats Auburn 27-21 here at Jordan-Hare, gets their first win in the SEC, a road win. Sooner Magic. Continue to look at TulsaWorld.com. Barry Trammell, Mason Young, Eric Bailey. We'll get all your coverage down. Continue to read our stuff.